my Virgo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Welcome to your 5-card draw. What do I need read? For this new moon to full moon in December 2021, I am your reader, fellow Virgo sun sign. Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of DrawingTheCircle production since 1998. Author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, available on Kindle, Patreon. I'm on Patreon now, and I'm having a field day over there, and I think you might too. You might want to check it out. Link in the description box. The Archangel of Lyons, Angelo Lyons, but you can call me Mal. Virgo power, hey. Hey, my mutable earth sign, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Happy to be reading for you today, doing this with the moon in Virgo, which is kind of cool for a professional intuitive. So let's get down to business. If you are new to the channel, a 5-card draw just means 1 card from 5 different decks, getting you clues, tips, and hints about a specific astrological timeline, which we will talk about in a minute. These 5 decks also represent the 5 magical elements: fire, earth, air, water, and spirit. Really good to help you clarify a new moon to a full moon. When you cast for it, new moon, we're looking at the waxing 2-week period for this reading, right? What ends up, what you're shooting for at the full moon. So there are lots of different ways to play these readings. So remember, they're general. Check your other signs to get information about what we are about to look at, or perhaps something else going on in that 2-week period. So let's look at the astrological timeline. New moon in Sagittarius, Saturday, December 4th. It is a solar eclipse. 2:43 a.m. Eastern time, so fire magic, easy enough to do. Light a candle, right? But then we are looking at the 2-week period, waxing, building, expanding, growing, to the full moon in Gemini, Saturday, December 18th, 11:36 p.m., which is great for a full moon because it's late enough at night, depending on where you live, obviously, that you can really plan for the day and be and hit that 11:36 p.m. I will certainly be doing that. That being said, all the decks that I read are always in the bottom of the description box if you want to look into them, as well as lots of other cool links. My book, my Patreon thing, which is a revelation. I'm so happy. You have no idea how happy I am being a creator on Patreon. But other than that, both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath, if you will. I will do the same to get you the clarity, guidance, and grace for this read. Please take a nice deep breath. Exposition done. Divination commence. As using the magical spell cards by Lucy Cavendish for the element of fire, I call upon the ancestors of magic, miracles, and mysticism for the Virgo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading. What is the spell fragment to help them form, shape, give some detail to what they yearn for, what they burn for, their heart's desire, this element of fire? New to full, December 2021. Well, it's the perfect blendship, friendship, yada, dig. Bring to me friendship true, sharing, laughter, understanding too. I'm down for that. My friends have saved my ass a hell of a lot more than my lovers have, right? Yeah. Friendships tend to be more soulmate than twin flame too, which is nice. All right, well, that could go in so many different ways in a general read. Let's get to the element of earth, the crystal oracle. Tony Carmine Salerno, whether you have the crystal indicated or not, you want to go get it, it's fine. But the element of earth represents the fuel, like the wood that would feed the fire, in this case a rock, obviously. But also a good idea for a touchstone, right? A carrier, like a magical carrier is something you put the magic in to carry with you, so to speak, like a battery. All right, let's see. Element of earth, please take a nice deep breath. Our element. As I call upon my beloved Archangel Ariel, one of the angels, the archangels of the North, powers of Earth. What is the perfect crystal oracle here? The element of Earth, the fuel to feed the fire and manifest the heart's desire of friendship for the Virgo collective this new to full December 2021. Chrysoprase. This is an unconditional love stone, if I remember at least what's in this book. I have a piece of it, which is nice. Nice to have around the house. You never know when some chrysoprase is going to come in handy. It's also a Terry Pratchett character on Discworld. Lovely series. Yeah, here we go. Chrysoprase, fertility, love, compassion, truth, and uplifting. It is definitely an uplifting stone. Chrysoprase, excuse me, helps open the heart center and allows you to feel the presence of divine unconditional love. There you go, right there. Certainly working with something like that is going to bring friends, right? It's a friendly vibe. Unconditional love means, hey, you do you. I was invited to stay with new friends overnight at Thanksgiving out in Montauk. It was lovely. Had a lovely time. But like new people, and you know, you never know who's going to be in the room. But that new sense of friendship, it really is that thing I had to say, look, because people were like, well, you know, politically I'm this, politically I'm that. I'm like, look, I incarnated to love everybody. That doesn't mean I have to like what everybody does, right? And there you have it. That is about as unconditionally loving as you can get in a new scenario, but made new friends with everybody there. It was really cool. You are entering a fertile period that will enable you to creatively express your true nature in a loving and compassionate way. Rock and roll, very conducive in an authentic way to make friends. Being authentic, granted, takes some vulnerability. Through this, you will give birth to a new idea that will reflect and align with your true essence, which you can't get in touch with your true essence unless you're being authentic. All you would love to create, manifest, and achieve is now possible, provided you remain true to yourself. I mean, this is a Virgo deal here. Listen to what your heart is saying. Be guided by your intuition, and you will create the success and fulfillment you rightly deserve. Many wondrous experiences are in store for you. I think for friendship, and you know, friendship can be with money, you know, friendship with money. However that relationship plays out for you, with only 2 cards down though. Let's keep going. I love that, right? Unconditional love, compassion, but a new idea, and fertility. Now, fertility need not be literal in terms of pregnancy or a garden or something like that, but can be of that creativity that you become fertile soil where something that you want is able to grow because all that is needed is there. Element of air. What healing angels do you need to think about, read about, I don't know, pray to, chant at? I don't know, you do you. Because fire can't exist without air, so you got to feed that fire something healing. Please take a nice deep breath. As we get to stay with the angels and the archangels of Earth, the Arielites, the Urielites, the Oriolites, powers of the element of the North, sign of Virgo, powers of the of Earth. Please, 1 card in clarity. I don't know that I got that right, but you know what I mean. 1 card in clarity for the element of air for this Virgo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Sun, watching this video, receiving this reading. Their element of fire is friendship. Their element of earth is chrysoprase, who are the healing angels. They need to work the element of air with here. This new to full December 2021. Spiritual growth. The healing angels of spiritual growth is pretty, well, general, but to understand that we need people in our lives to assist us in our growth and vice versa. We assist them when it's done in a friendly way with unconditional love and that fertility and creativity. Then think of in terms of growth with fertility, right? You plant a seed at new moon, and if the soil, symbolically or literally, is fertile, then it should grow, right? You have a healthy seed, nothing wrong with wanting more friendliness in your life and maybe some healthy new friendships, or maybe some renewals of old friendships, right? Because shit goes down, right? We all live and learn. We're never the same people exactly that we were in our personalities the last time we meet people but the authentic truth of who we are. And I think your authentic loving self is a little front and center here, and part of your spiritual growth. So just contemplate this, Virgo. This will take you a good hour. What would the function of the healing angels of spiritual growth be? Like, how does that function? Because there can be a healing in your spiritual growth as well as spiritual growth that encourages healing, a higher level of healing. Yeah? Yeah. Element of water. The emotions here, which are just necessary in spell work. Because you gotta feel it, right? Otherwise there's no emotional charge. It's like the power of 3 will set us free. It's like, no, ladies, you gotta scream that shit, right? Let's see what the higher selves of all involved have to say with the party. Turned your deck forever and evermore. The Whispers of Love Oracle. Please take a nice deep breath. Because I'm down with this reading. I'm a Virgo. I do call upon the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above. What is the whisper of love for the Virgo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading, maybe even giving this reading? The element of water, the energy and motion, the emotion for this element of fire, friendship, chrysoprase, that unconditional love, compassion, fertility, very, very, very an emotional heart chakra thing right there with the healing angels of spiritual growth. What's our piece of information, inspiration, insight from the higher selves? This new to full, December 2021. Yeah, there it is. Honesty is essential. Honesty is essential. To be a loving person, it is important that we speak truthfully and in a loving manner. And I had this conversation over Thanksgiving. It's like, oh, please, I was raised by lawyers and teachers. Woo! I can verbally take somebody's head off. Nature, nurture, I don't know. Probably a blend of both. But His Holiness the Dalai Lama, I always come, this is one quote of his I absolutely remember. Truth without compassion is brutality. And wasn't the word compassion in this chrysoprase too? I do believe it was. So emotionally, yeah, to speak your emotional honesty, but to do it in a compassionate way, we grow into that. We grow into that. So every day is a winding road. We got a little bit closer. But to be aware of it in the mind. It's like, this is about my spiritual growth. I call upon the healing angels of spiritual growth to help me express myself how I feel emotionally with compassion in a friendly way, and to create that fertility for growth in my relationships as well, because friends tend to help you more along the path spiritually in terms of the acceptance, in terms of the space. Then if not, then new friends will certainly be sent, but you gotta sometimes let go of people too, but that's a waning moon read. All right, last card down. The Healing Mantra deck by Matt Kahn, really, I'm gonna say is it my favorite card system? I don't do that. I love all my card systems equally, but as far as a healing tool, it's at the top of the list. Please take a nice deep breath. Both feet on the floor, Mark. Our card of spirit, to charge it, right? To say the mantra, right? Cast for friendship with chrysoprase or something similar. Calling on this healing angels of spiritual growth with the emotional honesty, even as we cast the spell, make the intention whatever we're doing, but to do it in a loving way. This would be the mantra, to put it all together, to combine it, to charge it every day from new to full. So I call upon the Ascended Masters, going to say General Assembly here. This could be about anything. No, one card in clarity, the card of spirit for the Virgo collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, and sure, why not, doing this video. What is the perfect healing mantra for us so that we can cast for this friendship to bring us friendship, bring to us friendship true, sharing, laughter, understanding too, with this chrysoprase vibe of unconditional love and compassion and fertility. And of course the vulnerability with that authenticity there, with the healing angels of spiritual growth guiding us through. But we got to work that element of air with them, particularly in our communications, because honesty is essential, says the higher selves, To be a loving person, it is important that we speak truthfully and in a loving manner to the best of our ability, understanding it is a learning curve for everyone on planet Earth. But Virgos, we can pick our words by how they feel before we say them. So what is the perfect healing mantra? Bind this all together and charge it for the Virgos this new to full December 2021. Encountering conflict. I don't choose sides, I take a stand. I don't choose, I mean, I kind of said that in the story that I told you. There's a different mantra for that. I don't have to like other people. I don't have to like other people's actions to enjoy my journey. This is similar. I don't choose sides. I take a stand. So there does seem that there will be some conflict along the way with friends. Or maybe letting go of some and letting new ones in. I don't choose sides. I take a stand. When conflict is encountered, two opposing viewpoints wrestle for a dominant position. Yeah, the tug-of-war dynamic, right? Each hopes to achieve success by changing the other's viewpoint. Good luck. Good luck with Virgos. We can see. Do you want to pretend? Do you want to pretend just to shut them up? Or do you want to stand your ground and do what this recommends? If encountering conflict from a conscious standpoint, you may realize one of the greatest gifts you can offer is allowing others to be heard. That's the compassionate, all-conditional, all-encompassing, unconditional love part. You may not agree with their argument, but you are embracing their needs by simply choosing to listen. Simply need not imply easily choosing to listen. When you listen, instead of lash out, you are taking a stand for love. This is making the decision to anchor higher frequencies of light through the demonstration of your ethics, morals, and values instead of matching the unconsciousness of others with equal amounts of aggression. Gee, with the holidays, you think maybe possibly running into family, or is this a thing of really making friends? Right? Bringing into physical form very much an earth element thing. The highest ethics that we can find in that moment. And maybe even emotionally, honestly, emotionally say, it's like, I don't agree with you, but I want to sit here and listen to you to honor and respect you because you're another human soul. What are they going to do? What do they say to that? Their heads explode. Which is not the reason to do that, but it's a nice perk. I told you, I was raised by a teacher and a lawyer. This mantra is ideal for settling arguments, unraveling passive-aggressive behavior, which is just shutting up and not saying anything and just, no, it's great. Oh, yeah, no, I totally agree. No. And releasing the tendency to blame. But if it wasn't for you, this makes sense. And it's such a Virgo thing. We could be nitpicky. It's true. But what a wonderful thing. I think the spiritual growth here is obvious. Let me put it together for you in a little prayer-zy, where-zy blessing thingy. Please take a nice deep breath. As I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine to please bless all Virgos everywhere, but particularly the Virgo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign who is watching this video and receiving this reading for this new moon to full December 2021, that when encountering conflict, that they know they don't choose sides. We take a stand, and we take a stand because honesty is essential. That to be a loving person, it is important that we speak truthfully and in a loving manner, even when we don't agree with what is being said. Calling upon the healing angels of spiritual growth to help us do this, to communicate, to listen, to be loving in our listening, and understand that our judgments may very well have intuitive pieces of it, saying there's something off here. But to give that person that love not only helps us grow and heal, it helps them grow and heal with that energy of Christ or praise, that unconditional love, that compassion and that fertility. That's something that we really want to manifest, maybe connected to this, and hence our tendency to maybe not be so honest, maybe eat a little shit as needed, which Virgos do not enjoy doing. Some signs I think might, but Virgos absolutely not. So rather to put ourselves out there in a loving way, to allow whatever bullshit that goes on to become the fertilizer, so that we may have the very friendships our heart's desires. Breathe. Bring to us friendship true, sharing, laughter, understanding too, for the well-being of all, with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. So mote it be. So it is. That's a good one. I mean, hey, boogie down. Do. I think we needed to sing the theme song on this one. It does make sense, right? Absolutely. That keeping the heart open, being compassionate while casting for friends, understanding there's a spiritual growth curve. Don't have to choose sides. I take a stand. I'll listen to you, because try changing my mind. Good luck with that. I'll change it when I'm ready to. Thank you very much. Because honesty is essential. But to be honest from the soul, from the heart, and to remember, truth without compassion is brutality. His Holiness the Dalai Lama, I mean, he's got some street cred on the subject. I would pay heed. Otherwise, come play with me on Patreon. You want to book me for a reading? Video in the description box. Booking a reading with Mel. Go read my book. It's really good. Words of Grace. Oh, and I've got my other ebooks available on Patreon too, and they're not EPUB. They are PDF, which means I can crank those out maybe 1 or 2 a year. So come play with me. Otherwise, my beloved Virgos. Oh, I love you, Virgo power. The best and the very blessed to all of us this new to full December 2021. Have a good one. Hail, farewell, and blessed be.